With FIFA World Cup slated for November, all eyes are on Qatar, and the Gulf nation is trying to maximize the opportunity by promoting the destination beyond the World Cup. With this theme in mind, Qatar Tourism is set to launch an aggressive global campaign to promote various aspects of tourism in the country. In an interview with India Outbound, Dickinson, Vice President International Markets of Qatar Tourism, says India is one of the focus markets for him and outlines the steps he is taking to promote Qatar in India.
Well, I think India, based on the fact that it's very close, it will be one of the World Cups that's only 2.5 to 3 hours away for India. Then, we're expecting a lot of visitations for the World Cup. Absolutely, we know already that we're getting an indication from the Match Hospitality. They're selling the hospitality packages. A company called Match Hospitality, and one of the highest take-ups source market-wise is from the India market. So obviously the India market's already engaged on interest for coming over for the World Cup. So we're expecting some strong visitations. So we basically prioritised about 17 countries in terms of what we call our priority source markets, and that's a mixture of what we call some of the traditional European markets that come for some winter sun, try for their longer holidays, and then some of the emerging markets as well, like India and China, and some of the big stopover markets like Australia and the USA. So we're launching a global consumer awareness campaign called Experience the World Beyond. EAWB is our campaign. We have some really exciting creatives, some really exciting TV ads that we're going across all, above the line, through the line, below the line, out of home, in-home TV, print, digital, social, across all channels to get some really exciting sort of way to communicate. We've had some award-winning Disney producers that have helped us with the characters that sort of bring the destination and bring the attractions and bring everything there is to see and do in Qatar to life. The characters represent our different demand spaces, and our demand spaces around, sun seekers, or they're around active holidays, or they're around romantic getaways, or around culture enthusiasts, relax and rejuvenate. So those are our sort of we're not specifically targeting demographic. We're targeting this type of demand that we feel that Qatar can fit quite well in terms of what people are looking for from a holiday. Yeah, well, I think we're excited about India for a number of reasons, really. But again, it's proximity, because it's such a short flight. So if people even wanted to come for a long weekend, they can do that. We also know that Indians travel a lot from India across to, say, Europe, or across further to the US. So we're very interested in picking up some of the stopover business as well. We have a fabulous stopover program that we've put together with the national carrier, with Qatar Airways, and also with Discover Qatar and Qatar Airways Holidays, which is the inbound operator and the holiday company for Qatar Airways. We help subsidise that as Qatar Tourism, so we've made it as a hook, so you can stay for as cheap as $14 per person per night in a 4-star hotel in Qatar on the stopover program. So we've made it really, really affordable. So I think for the India market, we're interested in both the point-to-point and the stopover, and we feel we've got plenty to offer for people to do, whether they're coming, as I said, for those demand spaces we talked about, whether they're coming just to relax and rejuvenate, whether they're coming for a romantic getaway, whether they're coming for a bit of culture, whether they're coming for, VFR would be a strong piece out of the India market as well, because obviously we have a lot of, it's visa-free, so there's no visas required. And the other segment that we're very interested in out of India is the MICE segment as well. We have fabulous venues, we've got lots of locations, lots of things that they can do. Everything's very compact and very manageable, easy to get around, easy to manage a group coordination wise. I think all destinations have their unique selling points. I'm not going to say, we're better, worse than anybody else. I think we're just different. I think what Qatar has to offer, I think we offer, what we have got is that we've got the modernity. So we have a first-class infrastructure if you're looking for fine dining, or if you're looking for fabulous facilities, or if you're looking for world-class museums and malls, etc. But I think we've also got we're very true to our roots as well. We have the traditional side of and the cultural, the history, the souks, the inland sea, the World Heritage sites, the East-West installation. So we've got a lot of, it's sort of where modernity meets tradition, I think. So I think we're more of a sort of stylish, chilled resort. Perhaps if you want the razzle dazzle, you go to Dubai. If you want something a little bit more refined, then perhaps you'd go to a little bit more authentic. You go to Qatar. So everywhere's slightly different. 2022, again, even for the first 2 months, we were effectively closed because with the Omicron outbreak, like a lot of other countries, we decided to insist on a 2-day quarantine for countries, for visitors coming in. Those have recently been relaxed. Literally on the 28th of February, most countries came off the red list, so no requirement other than a PCR within 48 hours of arrival, except unfortunately for India, because India is still on our red list, so they still have to quarantine for at least one day. So this is going to be for us, it's still in a year of building, but it's going to be an interesting year, because obviously from 1 November we're going to be pretty much closed for the rest of the year, because obviously November and December we're going to be full with World Cup. We've got an early Ramadan this year in April, but we still see opportunities in, obviously, potentially coming in Ramadan, but also post Ramadan. I mean, we benchmark and basically ourselves in 2019 is what we look at. So 2019 we had 2.1 million visitors internationally. India was one of our top source markets, about 300,000 arrivals. And what our goal is to basically reach between 6 or 7 million arrivals by 2030. So we're giving ourselves a bit of lead time. So for us to achieve that goal, though, we need to see exponential growth out of each market. So we'd probably look to double that number out of India, for example, because we see that as a key priority source market. I think for a destination like Qatar that's still announcing itself to the world, we have a story to tell. We've got some myth busting to do. We've got awareness to do. We've got to develop our trade relationships, our media awareness. So for us, I think these things are never good things, but I think it's a reset, isn't it? It's a blank sheet of paper, isn't it? So we've taken a lot of precautions around the COVID. We have probably one of the best health systems in the world. So if there is any other problems, people are going to be exceptionally well taken care of. We've got probably the best airline in the world. We've got the best airport in the world. So we've got a lot of things in our favour. We've just got to build on that momentum. And I think the other thing not to underestimate is, I know we touched on it at the beginning, but is the World Cup, because all eyes are going to be on Qatar. Now, okay, they're going to be looking at a green grass and a load of footballers, but we'll be doing a lot of advertising around. So when people are watching, when it goes to the intermissions and things like that, we'll be showing a lot of destination Qatar, so people can sort of associate what's going on in the pitch with what goes on, what's available in Qatar.